more hours today, and we're in Albany, New York. It's actually really pretty up here. Gorgeous. The weather is like 80 degrees, perfect today. And we are taking a couple of days of R&R. That is rehab and rehab. We got ourselves a diamond upgrade status. You know, status is a good thing. So we got an upgrade. I got Melissa a jacuzzi suite because she needs to relax in a jacuzzi. And so we're here at the La Quinta, and we'll be checking in, but we're going off the grid for a couple of days. So we'll check back in. Show you around the hotel. That is apparently I'm guessing the Capitol building, maybe. Albany is the capital of New York, in case you didn't know. So we're gonna head to the room. All right, so this is our upgrade. Yeah, Wyndham Diamond rarely ever has much, much cool about it. I mean, they don't really upgrade most days in, but this one had a nice suite, so I got Sweet Melissa a suite. And mainly for this over here because she loves her hot tub. And she's got a jacuzzi in the room. Now, unfortunately, we don't really have a view of anything. You got a view of that. But this is a perfect place for some R&R for 2 days of just doing nothing. Recuperating from alleys. It's an R&A. Yeah, we'll check back in. It's the 4th of July, and we are celebrating by eating Chinese. Go figure.
Once my heart raced both free and wild with the wind and with the sun. It gave its love to the living land till the two became as one. In the wilderness we found our home, forever wild, forever free. In the Adirondacks of New York, my heart will always be.
All right, so we are in Lake George, New York. Yep. She's not George. We are going to see the Fort William Henry Fort, because it looks like something touristy to do, and we're looking for something to do today. To get out, and it's like, what, 75?
It's
maybe
beautiful.
78.
I wish it was like this for the 4th of July in Boston, but...
Yeah. Well, we won't talk about Boston. No. But we are up in the Adirondacks today, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Lake George, they're going to be doing a parrot head event here next year, so we're going to go see if we can find George, our buddy. The lake's not named after him, but it just happens to be George. We're going to do this touristy thing, then we're going to go see if we can hook up with them and get some dinner or something maybe, and check out this cool little town, and do some promotion for the parrot head event next year. Check back. It was a lot smaller than we anticipated. It didn't take very long to defend the fort. Oh, wait, it's this one.
Yay, it's our favorite place.
One of the few places in America the British flag flies at the same height as the American flag. We're going to have to talk to them about that. That's not going to work for me. It needs to be a little bit lower. We like the British, but we didn't 200 years ago standing here, 300 years ago, it would have been a bad place to be. 1755 to 1757. Boy, it didn't last very long. But it's still around. They're shooting at us. Apparently Mondays are the day to go. It's free. Don't tell them. I would share this experience with you guys. We're getting Kendall a postcard from the road. I haven't picked it yet. I'm gonna look, I'll let you know. Going with this one. It's got a little bit of everything. It's Lake George. I barely saw this guy sitting here.
Where rivers crest in early spring and the water flashes white, where the bold canoe seeks out its way and the heart leads delight, where morning mists rise from the lakes, the newborn day dawns clear, where speckled trout rise to the fly, sounds of summer fill the air. In the wilderness we found our home, forever wild, forever free. In the Adirondacks of New York, my heart will always be.
Okay, we are sitting in Lake George. We opted for ice cream. You know, it's the road. We're gonna gain some weight. It's part of summer though. It's our first ice cream in a long time.
I know it is.
She went with the chocolate chip mint. I had to do the swirl. So anyway, Lake George is pretty cool. We're digging it. Just a nice little laid back town. Kind of a Gatlinburg-y feel with maybe a little colonial, maybe like a Williamsburg on the lake. So going pretty good so far. The British might not have been able to take the fort, but the termites are. It takes a lot longer, but eventually the termites are going to own the fort. I think the fort people, they need to get with Jason Lichman and borrow his goats for the summer. They got some lazy groundskeepers. So this is the park where they hold Fins Up LG, which has not been held yet. It's going to be, I think, next year. Awesome location, actually, right in the middle of everything. Got plenty of bathrooms, huge area for all the folks, plenty of parking. It's right in the heart of all the stuff, and pretty nice stage. Good setup. I'll show you guys around as much as we can. Plenty of room for vendors. I'm sure those are packed on an event day. So yeah, Fins Up LG is going to be awesome. You guys are going to love it up here. We got to promote this one.
Where hues of autumn gild the land, wood smokes.
We found noisemakers.
Where white-tailed deer watch from
we're in
the
a Lake George
slope,
dream.
and life's without a care. Where winter's hand grips fierce and strong. Winter's
Hi, Lake George.
laugh and sing.
We're going deeper into the Adirondacks.
Side over endless
We'll see you next
till
August for Fins Up LG.
Turn right to merge onto I-87 North.
So let your heart soar with the wind, let it dream along with me. Let it find a place beneath the sun of peace and liberty. In the wilderness, let it find a home forever wild, forever free. In the Adirondacks of New York, your heart will always be. In the Adirondack wilderness, your heart will always be.
Alright, we have found our way to the Natural Stone Bridge and Caves Park. Another excuse to spend 20 bucks on something they didn't build. There's many tourist destinations in America where they charge $20, put a fence around stuff for something they didn't have anything to do with creating, but they made the paths, and there's this guy right here. So I guess that's Paul Bunyan, I don't know. Caveman, oh my God, duh. It's the caves, that's a caveman. Here we have the petrified wood exhibit. Doesn't look very scared to me.
It's spectacular.
It's kind of cool looking though.
That's a neat one.
I've been to the petrified forest. It doesn't look this cool.
I wish a lot of people fall on this.
Yeah, that's why we had to sign that waiver.
Well, I think we work back first one. It's like,
Well, there's the cave that we don't get to go into.
not made for tall people.
No, here's the same view from the other side. We had to walk through all that crap to get here. So, but what do you think, Melissa?
I think it's the same view.
Yeah. Peter Pan's peephole. This should be interesting.
More like the Tinkerbells.
Yeah.
Can you go
I
down
don't think my 6'3" ass is going down there. Have fun.
It's a lot like the same.
Yeah? Do you see Peter Pan?
I'll take a picture of it.
Okay. What's the inside of Peter Pan's butt look like?
It's actually kind of cool. Here, I'll show you.
We reached Inspiration Point. You feel any more inspired?
See, look it. They went down in the cave.
Feel inspired to ask for my money back.
We want to do that.
Yeah, because we're not doing that.
I know.
Yeah, that's what I thought we were doing. They got us paying for the guys that get to do all the fun stuff.
That's called Kelly's Crack.
Kelly's Crack, really? Okay. Peter Pan's peephole, Kelly's Crack. Echo Cave. Echo! Echo! Wow, it works. This is called Poop Water Canyon. This is where all the poop water flows.
See George Washington across George.
See
Gorge.
George
Gorge.
Washington across the gorge. Where's George
Gorge
Washington?
George. Facing
Are
right.
they saying that's him?
Facing right. Oh my.
Boy, that's a stretch.
Facing
Yeah.
right.
I don't see George Washington. I see what could be construed as eyes and a face. And
There it is.
yep, that's what they're saying it is. Was George Washington ever even up in this part of the world? I don't think he was.
went right through like Waterford and everything.
Oh, okay. I guess he left his face print on the canyon wall for us. Is that a T-Rex up there? Oh my God, did we float down? Is it like that cartoon when we were kids? And it's the land of time or whatever.
Land of the Lost.
Land of the Lost. Oh my God, it's a pterodactyl or something.
It's a baby.
It's a baby.
That means a mama's.
Oh shit, Mama's not far away. Run! Well, we would be taking 87 north and going up to Canada and maybe seeing Montreal, but screw you, Canada. Your borders are closed. Can't go see it. All right, we're going big time tonight. We got Carrabba's Takeout. What do we do, Melissa?
We got, well, so
We got a steak.
We got a steak.
Freaking steak and potatoes. I got like a
Bottle of
Parmesan
wine.
encrusted filet.
And it's free.
Free. How'd you do it, Melissa?
We have a Chase credit card, and if you read the fine print, one of the offers it does is it gives you $60 a year if you use Grubhub. And if you pick up your Grubhub from the Grubhub place of your choosing, you get it for free.
Free.
So,
Free food from Carrabba's.
we work.
A $12 bottle of wine.
Yeah, we pay for this.
We got the night off. And Carrabba's people that are in there drinking a $40 bottle of wine and paying $60 for your meal. This is how we managed to make it on the road and still live a pretty good life.
Yep, and I had a $5 coupon off too.
Sweet. Score one for the home team. Thank you, Carrabba's.
The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down of the big lake they call Gitchagumi. The lake, it is said, never gives up her dead when the skies of November turn gloomy. With a load of iron ore, 26,000 tons more than the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed empty. That good ship and true was a bone to be chewed when the gales of November came early. The ship was the pride of the American side, coming back from some mill in Wisconsin. As the big freighters go, it was bigger than most, with a crew and good captain well seasoned, concluding some terms with a couple of steel firms when they left fully loaded for Cleveland. Then later that night when the ship's bell rang, could it be the north wind they'd been feeling? The wind in the wires made a tattletale sound, and the wave broke over the railing. And every man knew, as the captain did too, 'twas the witch of November come stealing. The dawn came late and the breakfast had to wait when the gales of November came slashing. When afternoon came, it was freezing rain in the face of a hurricane west wind. When supper time came, the old cook came on deck saying, "Fellas, it's too rough to feed you." At 7 p.m. a main hatchway caved in. He said, "Fellas, it's been good to know ya." The captain wired in, he had water coming in, and the good ship and crew was in peril. And later that night, when his lights went out of sight, came the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Does anyone know where the love of God goes when the waves turn the minutes to hours? The searchers all say they'd have made Whitefish Bay if they'd put 15 more miles behind her. They might have split up or they might have capsized. They may have broke deep and took water. And all that remains is the faces and the names of the wives and the sons and the daughters. Lake Huron rolls, Superior sings. in the rooms of her ice water mansion. Old Michigan steams like a young man's dreams. The islands and bays are for sportsmen. And farther below, Lake Ontario takes in what Lake Erie can send her. The iron boats go, as the mariners all know, with the gales of November remembered. In a musty old hall in Detroit they prayed in the Maritime Sailors' Cathedral. The church bell chimed till it rang 29 times for each man on the Edmund Fitzgerald. The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down of the big lake they call Gitchagumi. Superior, they said, never gives up her dead when the gales of November come early.